Doing problem 2 on the worksheet for section 6.6, we're asked to approximate the square root of 58. To do this, we want to use that formula that you see in the book and in the worksheet. F of x plus delta x is approximately equal to f of x plus f prime of x dx. So in order to use this formula, we have to find the derivative. So we'll write that function as x to the 1/2. We'll use the power rule to take the derivative, and there's the derivative. So what we want to do is find a number that is close to 58 and use that. So we're going to say we'll use 64 because that's the closest perfect square. So we're going to say f of 58 is equal to f of 64 plus, now we're going to have to actually add a negative number on this to get down to 58, so plus negative 6. Okay, so we're putting this in this form here, 64 plus delta x. In this case, delta x is a negative number. Okay, we'll use that formula here. It's f of x, so that's going to be f of 64 plus f prime of 64 times delta x. Well, what is delta x? Delta x is the thing that's here. That's going to be the negative 6 here. Okay, where f of x is root x and f prime of x is this quantity here. So we'll just continue. F of 64, again, that's the square root of 64. That's why we picked 64, because it's easy to take its square root, plus f prime of 64, so that would be what we get when we plug 64 in here. So that's going to be 1 over 2 square root of 64, 8, and then we're going to multiply this by negative 6. Okay, so that gives us 8. Let's see what we can do here. The 6 and the 2 can cancel, giving us a negative 3 here. And so we're going to have minus 3/8. So minus 3 over 8. And we're asked to approximate this, so let's do that. So 8 minus 3 over 8. And we want to approximate this to 4 decimal places, what it says on the worksheet. So this is going to be 7.625. Okay, and then we want to compare this to what the calculator tells us the square root of 58 is. And then we'll take the difference of that and round that to 4 decimal places. So the calculator says the square root of, so let's just write this. On the calculator, the square root of 58 is approximately 7.6158. Oops, 6158. Let me fix that. Okay, and then the problem asks us to find the difference between these to 4 decimal places. So we're going to say, what is 7.625 minus 7.6158? And so that will be, let's see, according to the calculator, we'll subtract these two, we get 0.000092. So the difference between what the approximation tells us, what we found here, and what the actual value is rounded to 4 decimal place is really small, only different out in the thousandths place. Okay, and again, as the book says on this, the purpose of this is kind of minimized now that we've got calculators in the first place. So this is more just kind of show what differentials can do in the modern day. Since we do have calculators, this kind of thing is not really that important. But anyway, you can kind of see what differentials used to be able to do anyway.